Hello, and welcome back to another tutorial. So, last tutorial, we were talking about the case one for broadcast connection. So, today we are going to be moving to two. So, without any further ado, let's dive in. So, first we have our digital snake. We are for this purpose, we're going to be using the bare minimum, which is the 32 channel digital mixers. So, I'm going to be using the M32. So for this case two is particularly for Mac users. Windows can't do this because they don't have the ability to combine two audio interfaces, especially when it comes to Azure. They can't combine both two Azure together. So to do this, let's come to our M32 edit. I don't have the mixer here, so I'm going to be using the edit for this purpose. Go to the routing page. In our previous class, when we were talking about the case one, we had to do a user in. So for this, we are not going to be using the user in. We're going to be using our normal configuration. So if you are using the local, you pick all blocks. You pick the block as it goes. If you are using the DL32 as it were, going by what we have, what we designed, we are going to be using a snake. We're going to be using a digital snake. So we're going to be using the AES 50. So here we have it on this as an input. So for this, we are done. So we have, for this one, we can have our complete 32 channel. So we can unlink this, and then we have our 32 channel back. So we are done with this. So the next thing we have to go through now is the connection. So first, you have to get a network cable to the DL32 to the M32 from the DL. The next one, we have to the USB cable that runs from the mixer to the Mac. So this is what I recommend. Get a USB hub or a Thunderbolt, so that uses Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt is going to be preferable here because you are running multiple inputs. So when you are using Thunderbolt, it helps you a lot. So there's no lagging. There's no kind of trying to pull off something like that. So there are Thunderbolt dongles you can get that is powered via Thunderbolt, used with Mac, and it's very, very effective. So those Thunderbolts will definitely comes with the USB type A ports, as many as you want them, at least like 5 or 6 of them. Plug those into your audio interface and also your mixer. There's something called an aggregate input on Mac. So you do an aggregate input, making your mixer the input and the audio interface, you make it output. So that's why we are doing an aggregate. So everybody is doing its special duty. One is handling the input and the other is handling the output. After you have configured that, you can now use that aggregate input now. So it's now on its own a audio interface. That's what you now pick on your DAW. You can refer to the videos on Pro Tools on this, how you can broadcast connections in Pro Tools, how you can use your DAW to work with Pro Tools or any DAW. You can refer. I will put a a link to that video. You can check that video to get more of it. So when you do that, you can have your number 1 and number 2 to your monitor speaker, number 3 and number 4 to your broadcast. So when you are doing this, you can also make a connection on your DAW, make a specific connection that this is going to output, this is going to the broadcast. also refer to that video. It's going to give you much more in-depth view about it. So this is case 2 for broadcast connections, and I'll be seeing on the case 3 where we dive into more aspects where you're using Dante to work with this. So till next time I meet, peace out.